right, guys, so what we're going to do today is a little bit of an experiment. And we're experimenting with Wagyu beef today. And we're pretty excited about this experiment. Really, what the question we want to answer is expensive Wagyu worth it? Okay. So what we've got going on here, we're really lucky to have this down the street. These guys are called Mill Creek Ranch or Mill Creek Meat Company. And they're in our backyard here in town, and they raise Wagyu cattle here in Midlothian, Texas. And so we've got these guys. These are about $30 a steak. And I thought it'd be interesting. I've been cooking these and eating these for a while. We thought it'd be interesting to bring in Snake River Farms. They claim to be the pioneers of the American-raised Wagyu beef. And we thought it'd be pretty cool to bring their stuff in. So this guy right here is a $75. They call it their boneless ribeye steak, and it's their black grade. Then we've got the next one. This is the same thing, except for it's in their gold grade. And so what we can tell probably immediately, just looking at them from the eyeball test, is that the gold definitely has a lot more intermuscular marbling inside of the meat here, just from a glance. They're black, and the black from, or the normal Wagyu beef from Mill Creek, to the eye, they've got about the same intermuscular marbling. So what we're going to do is we're going to get these all seasoned up. We're going to get them ready to cook. And we're going to see if there's really a difference between a $30, $75, and $100 steak. And just for grins, I thought this looked pretty neat from Snake River Farms. This is a ribeye cap fillet. So what they've done here is they've cut the best part of the steak, in my opinion, the cap, off of the ribeye, and they've pulled it up like a fillet. So we're going to try that out also. All right, guys, I've got the Wagyu beef all out of the packages and taking a lot of carefulness to make sure we don't get them mixed up here. But just at a glance, this is the gold from Snake River Farms. Look at that marbling. I think it's going to be a ribeye festivus tonight. So this is the gold. This is the black from Snake River Farms. And then this is from Mill Creek Meat Company here in Midlothian, Texas. And just at a glance, the marbling is similar in the black and the local steaks that we have. I'll tell you one thing I can tell just by picking them up is these guys are about to fall apart before they're even cooked. This black one, believe it or not, is probably the most tender just sitting here cold. Okay, guys, just wanted to show you how I'm seasoning these steaks. I'm seasoning them all exactly the same. What I've done is I've used a little bit of Maldon flake salt, kind of like your margarita glass. I use just a few drips of the olive oil just to make sure that my seasoning sticks. Cracked pepper, and then this guy right here is a recent favorite. This is Bearded Butcher Black. So I hear all you guys that say salt and pepper only. You hadn't tried Bearded Butcher Black. When you get done, this is what it looks like. We've got a liberal amount of flake salt on there. We've got the Bearded Butcher, and we're just going to let them sit for probably about an hour until we get them on the grill. All right, guys, so basically this is what we got set up. We've got our steaks out here seasoned. They've been sitting at room temp. We've got these toothpicks to kind of help us keep track of what we've got. We're going to grill them individually, and then we're going to put them right back on this one in the same order. And then most of you guys, I don't know if you've seen my other video or not, but this is kind of a new product that I'm really digging right now. This is the Blazing Bull, and this is sears those steaks perfectly. Basically what it does, but you can watch my other video to see more about it. But basically 1500 degrees, take it up to the top, minute on each side. We're sitting at exactly 1 minute now. Pull this tray out, come down a little bit here. Look at the sear on those steaks. So now we just flip them. And it's back in to the top for 1 more minute. Okay, we've got a minute on both sides. Got a really hard sear going here. I'm gonna flip these. While I've got them out here, I'm gonna go ahead and take the opportunity to do a mic check. So we're sitting at about 72 degrees, 75 on this one. So I'm gonna send them back in. Now I'm gonna let them just hang out here about the second notch up. And now the only thing we're focused on is bringing it up to 110 degrees, and we're going to pull them off at 110 degrees. We've got these up to 110, and what I'm going to do, I like to give these little guys just a little bit of a butter bath before I take them off to their final home. These two steaks right here are identical. These are both of the Midlothian steaks here. So they're about 30 bucks. So now I'm going to take these off. I'm going to put them in the exact same order. Now we're going to go on with these two Snake River Farms Wagyu steaks. All right, 1 minute on each side. Okay, these are the Snake River Farms. They've been on for a minute on either side. Ooh, look at that sear. These things are going nuts. So I'm going to take this down to the second notch. I'm going to check my temps and see where we're going here. We're at 70 degrees, just like the other guys, about 70 and 75. So I'm going to take them in here and leave them about a minute on each side again. And just let them come up to about 110, 115 is where I like to pull them off. And then after resting, the temperature will actually come up to like 125, 130, which is where I like to eat my steaks. All right. My gosh, that's a crust. So we're creeping up at that 110, 120 mark. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these off. I can tell you one thing I've noticed. This is the expensive, the gold from Snake River Farms. This guy's about to fall apart when I pull it off here. Oh, I forgot I'm going to put it in butter, just like the others. This one's going to go over there. All right, I'm going to let these guys rest for about 10 minutes while we cook what I think is going to be my favorite. That's the cap of ribeye fillet from Snake River Farms. That one's going on next. All these others rest. So I think this guy is going to be my favorite. That's the cap of ribeye in the fillet. I've got it to about 115 to the center. We're going to set it over here to rest. And guys, we're almost ready to check this out and eat. All right, guys, so we're off the grill, and these steaks have been resting for about 5, 6, 7 minutes. And so we've kept them in order. So this is our $100 Snake River Farms. This is Wagyu beef, and this guy is what they consider gold. This is Snake River Farms Wagyu beef. Again, this is their black. And these are identical steaks from our little local Wagyu beef place in Midlothian, Texas, called Mill Creek Ranch. So anyway, we're about to cut these things up and do a little taste test. Man, that's tender. I'll tell you what I'm noticing is that this Snake River Farms piece just wants to fall apart. And I'll tell you what, that is the perfect medium rare to me. Okay, I've got two experts here. My son Hayden. Say what's up, Hayden.
Howdy.
And I've got my mother, dear sweet mother.
Ready. Yes, sir.
She's not
Thank
real
you.
sweet, but she's pretty sweet. So guys, I've cut you a piece here. So these three are the ones that we're checking out. So Hayden, why don't you start us off?
All right, I'm going to take this piece right here. It's like butter.
Is that good?
Yes.
Mima?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna
this
cut
one
just a
here.
little bit. You know, I'm
Oh,
kind
my
of
goodness.
I'm kind of petite.
I'm glad you cut it for me.
Oh, okay, take my. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Good?
Yes.
Okay, so cleanse your palate. Now let's go for sample number 2.
All right, meanwhile, you take that one right here.
Here,
Oh my
cut,
word.
cut them a little smaller if you want.
Okay.
Hayden?
No. That's even more tender.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's
I
way
didn't
more
know
tender.
you could get more tender. All right, here we go. I think you're right.
I know. That's really good.
How's the flavor of each? So this one,
I mean, I
more
got
tender.
the flavor of that last one.
This
I
one?
want to say flavor here, tender here.
Okay.
Would you agree, Hayden?
I think I would agree with that.
Guys, let's take it over. You'll quit munching on these.
All right.
Let's take it over to this guy over here.
All right, third steak. I'm going for it.
Go for it.
Definitely the least tender out of them. It does have a lot of flavor, though. I will say that. Compared to this one,
Better flavor.
maybe.
Flavor,
Little
very,
bit. I think-
flavor good.
Mhm.
Very high ranking on flavor.
Very chewy.
Definitely a little chewier. Really.
Compared to these two, a lot more chewy, but not chewy because it's Wagyu.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
better than just a prime steak.
Definitely 10 times better
Oh.
than a prime steak.
Very tender.
All right, so give me your ranking, mother. Give me your tenderness rankings. 1, 2, and 3.
Tender. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, Hayden.
I concur. Most tender, in the middle, least tender.
Okay, let's go flavor.
Flavor, I think I'm going to go with the most flavorful, then second most flavorful, then third.
I do have a mind of my own, but I concur. Absolutely.
So,
Most flavorful. Close second. Still awesome, but in comparison.
so here's what we got going on, guys. This is our $100 Snake River Farms Gold Wagyu beef ribeye. This is also our Snake River Farms. This is their black Wagyu beef. This is our local Midlothian Texas cows Wagyu beef, and this is about a $28 to $30 steak. This guy is about a $75 steak. This is a $100 steak.
And it makes sense.
All right, we're about to dig in, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so what was the verdict of our Wagyu beef challenge tonight? I'm going to go on record and just say it was all delicious. It made for a wonderful meal because it's Wagyu beef, and it really doesn't get any better than Wagyu beef in my opinion. Definitely worth buying Wagyu beef. Now, with regards to a $30 steak that we get here locally versus a $75 steak versus a $100 Snake River Farms steak, I'm going to say that we're pretty lucky to have Mill Creek Ranch here locally, and that $30 steak, probably anywhere else, is that $75 steak. So we're really talking about, is there a real difference between a $75 steak and a $100 steak? I'm going to say that the Snake River Farms were definitely more tender than our local farm here. And I do believe that the gold steak was an experience to be had. I'll definitely probably spend that money again to splurge every once in a while. Our local place, flavor-wise, really couldn't tell much of a difference. So it was all delicious. I definitely would recommend that you reach out if you hadn't tried Wagyu beef and give it a try for yourself. It's a pretty amazing experience. I definitely recommend it. And I've enjoyed doing this for you guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed the content and look forward to seeing you guys next time. Thank you.